currently a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Air Force, still active duty. Been in the Air Force for 19 years and 2 months, so I'm 10 months from my 20-year retirement. So should be most of that time I've been flying F-15Es. As I mentioned, I had 6 deployments in that time over Kosovo, former Yugoslavia, Iraq, Afghanistan, and even some combat missions over the United States immediately after 9/11. So pretty much been in every combat situation since Desert Storm. And for 17 years, up till May 2008, I had basically played by all the rules of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I kept my private life completely private. No one that I served with knew anything about my private life. My immediate family knew nothing. I had some close friends that knew, and that was about it. So I played by all the rules, but in May 2008, I was basically outed by a third party who turned me into the Air Force. Didn't just do that, he actually accused me of a sexual assault, knowing that that was a way to sort of corner me. This person had done it before to someone else and had been involved on the same base with another Don't Ask, Don't Tell case and made similar accusations. What the Air Force did was brought in a civilian investigator from the local police to sort of put the ruse up that this was a civilian investigation, but the Air Force was running it the entire time. Faced with a complete lie, faced with possibly being accused of a crime that never happened, I decided to tell the truth and tell everything that happened with this individual, and in doing so, basically outed myself in proving my innocence. So that investigation went on by both the civilian authorities and the Air Force OSI, both clearing me, totally exonerated me, saying that this was a lie, this did not happen. But now the Air Force had basically my statement that they used against me to say, now we're going to discharge you under Don't Ask, Don't Tell. So, like I said, the choice I had was to lie, say nothing, or tell the truth. I elected to tell the truth at that point. I had initial reaction was just to get the hell out of the Air Force. I didn't want my family to know, didn't want my friends to know. So I initially told the Air Force, yeah, I'll sign the paperwork, I'll get out, I'll get a civilian job and move on. I just want this to all to go away, this horrible experience. But in the back of my mind, I knew that the right thing to do was to speak out. As we'd seen others before, Margaret Kamelmeyer, Darren Manzella, Margaret Witt, basically heroes to me. I knew that possibly I could tell my story and if I could make any kind of impact, I would. The actual discharge process under Don't Ask, Don't Tell can take a long time. So my discharge hearing was a full 11 months after this all started. So I had been serving in my same unit with the same people. No one knew. So I was serving under this sort of pall of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, but the only people that knew were my commanders and the legal people on base. So everything was normal, no one knew. So there was no way, no chance that my presence was detrimental to good order, discipline, and morale, because no one in my unit even knew I was, being discharged under Don't Ask, Don't Tell. But under this law, what a lot of people don't understand is the government doesn't have to prove anything because the law is based on that statement. They just say he's a detriment because the law says he is. That was their evidence, and that was it. So my discharge board recommended me for an honorable discharge in April 2009. At that point, as I knew over that year that the right thing to do was to fight, I said, well, they took everything from me. They took my retirement. I'm now 2 years from retirement. The only thing I have left is my sense of right and wrong, so I have to speak out. So I went to Service Members Legal Defense Network. I said, I've been thinking about this for a year. Let's go ahead and speak out. So in May 2009, I went on the Rachel Maddow show and started sort of the public education part of this, and just to tell my story through the media, knowing that there may be a legal battle down the road as well. From that time, again, these take a long time. Most of them take over a year just administratively alone. And since I had sort of a long career and a lot of things to look at for another 10 months or so, went through all the administrative wickets at the Pentagon all the way up. So in the meantime, we prepared for a legal battle just in case. And in August of this year, we got word from someone at the Pentagon that the Secretary of the Air Force had my paperwork on his desk and he was ready to sign my discharge. At that point, we filed a lawsuit in the Ninth Circuit, and initially it was a restraining order, followed by an injunction, and then followed by a full constitutional challenge to Don't Ask, Don't Tell. They agreed to a stipulation agreement, and right now I essentially have a restraining order against the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of the Air Force. They cannot discharge me they can only let a federal judge know their intentions to do so. So, and knowing, especially with the victories in the Log Cabin case and Margaret Witt's case, knowing that they're going to lose every phase of this battle, we don't think that they're going to even make a move on my case. But unfortunately, in the meantime, we've got a lot of work to do on repeal. So hopefully, even though I may be safe, there's 65,000 others that are serving right now, many in harm's way that we need to help out.